hardware required, flash, the storage hardware, the DRAMs based products is very, very different now, because you require a immediate response, you require lowest latency in technical language. So might have heard about DRAMs with CL, which is your latency. So these days we're talking about CL of 28. Typically it is CL 36. So those who are into the technical side may understand what this is about. But from a layman's point of view, this is about speed, about the response. Then we're talking about capacities like 1 terabyte becoming a norm these days, 4 terabyte, 2 terabyte on flash based. So the trend is what we are seeing on a product side, lower and lower space and faster input output, both at the data center level and at the edge level. Now what, every 6 months I am here and I'm talking about AI, but this time I will focus and stress more about what has changed in last 3 months. Let's put it this way. 6 months back or 3 months back, we're talking about, okay, AI being empowered by these fast devices. But what really has changed is some of the things. If you remember last 1 year, everybody was talking about LLMs, the training modules, the training algorithms in the AI, semisphere or AI language, what you saw. But now what we're seeing is, once you have those LLMs being trained, then they need to produce results. That's where the inference AI based models are coming. Now when you say inference based AI models, it means, for example, you have trained your algorithms to perform certain or to answer certain queries, but they are trained on a specified humongous database and all that, where you required. Now how do you look back, what is the hardware required? The requirement 2 months, 3 months, 6 months back was to train the LLMs, and that required humongous requirement in DRAMs, high bandwidth DRAMs. That's why if you are in the industry, you would have seen 4 times, 5 times rise in prices of DRAMs, because the available DRAMs, the available manufacturers had to divert DRAMs into those LLMs being tested, and the storage need requirement went up. But now what has happened is LLMs are ready, but they have to produce results. So it's like you tested something, now that tested module has to go into the market and deliver based on the capabilities that module has acquired on a new set of data to deliver a result. That's what we call as inference AI. Now when we talk about inference AI, the changes in the backend changes. Then it becomes flash based requirement. Earlier it was more of DRAM NAND based requirement. So flash based means your SSDs are going to go up now. So people were thinking just the DRAM prices have gone up, but no, it's now just the beginning of a different era. What you're going to see in next 6 months is the flash based prices will also go up the way DRAMs have been going up. So if you have flash based devices, and if you are into that business, this is the right time to monetize that and learn what is happening in the industry. So you will suddenly see a flash based, which is predominantly layman's language SSD, 1 terabyte SSD with DRAM into it and all that things going on. You will suddenly start seeing shortage in that, because now the LLMs require those huge inferenced AI based, and that's what NVIDIA is talking about these days. So every 3 months things are changing, but at the back end, the hardware guys like BIWIN are not able to produce that kind of outputs. And when you have shortage in the entire thing, the vendors will prioritize towards high bandwidth DRAMs or SSDs with at such humongous speeds, which is required. It is not a luxury. If you need outputs, you need to test those LLMs, and those tested LLM has to produce inference, and inference again has to store in fast flash-based products. So that is one of the things which is a big trend these days, and that is leading to a different kind of background, in the background, the hardware and all that.